Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. I'm your host, Sybil Amuti, and I am here today with a guest great girlfriend. Welcome to the table, my friend, my love, my homegirl, Kristen L. Pope.
Hey, Sybil.
Hey. What's up, great girlfriend? Hey.
Yo, this is such an honor and a privilege.
Oh,
so happy to be here.
Let me explain. Happy to be here. The Great Girlfriends platform is super happy to have you. And let me just say, Brandis is on hiatus as she's preparing for New York Fashion Week. So we're getting a lot of recordings done. So we're sending some love to Brandis. But Kristen, you have been such a significant part of the Great Girlfriend journey. And I want to recognize and honor you for being the vessel by which Brandis and I even met over 10 years ago. It was you.
That's a
You were the one.
Blessing.
It was you.
I love y'all. That's a blessing. And look at oh my gosh, look at what has manifested out of you all's relationship. Like, you've blessed the whole world with the Great Girlfriend. So shout out to God for just being good.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'm telling you, the Great Girlfriends was a baby, and we're just actually getting into full swing of the next dimension of what the Great Girlfriends will look like. But, I always have to think back over like all of the people that have played such a major role in establishing my New York story. And Kristen, you've been a huge part of that. So the Great Girlfriends, you've heard Kristen's name over the course of years and years of episodes, because Brandon and I had these aha moments. It was like, actually, Kristen was the person that connected us to this. Or actually, it was Kristen that was there. Actually, Kristen was on this episode. And, Kristen is this, a sister, a friend, a loved one for us. But she's also an on-air journalist. She's also a digital media strategist. She's also a wife. Hey, Richard. And she's also a mom. Hey. And she's also a mom to Miss Lily Lee Pope. And so Kristen has taken her brand. Now, Kristen, I feel like you just decided to get in the plane and just drive that bad boy up into the sky.
Yo,
like you were straight up.
Just made me feel like $1 million right now. Let me just give it a 1 billion. $1 billion right now. Oh my gosh.
You have, like, you literally, you got in the jet. You were like, wait, there's no pilot. Okay, I'm going to pilot this thing and I'm just going to take flight. And I am going to fully express who I am in every way. And I feel like you're in the full expression of Kristen right now. Is that fair to say?
That is fair. That is fair, accurate facts.
I love it. I love fair, accurate facts. But like more specifically today, Great Girlfriend, we want to press into what Kristen calls the mom life streets. And I love that language. I love the title, Mom Life Streets. If you follow Kristen on social media, you can follow at Mom Life Streets and follow at Kristen, is it Kristen Pope or Kristen L. Pope?
Kristen L. Pope, TV.
Kristen L. Pope, TV on Instagram. You'll see Kristen like really encouraging moms and her day to day. You'll see her taking her walks and her IG stories, and she's taking walks with Lily and getting all this revelation from God about, what this motherhood situation is all about. And for anyone that is a mom or even a budding mom, you may be wondering what the motherhood journey will be like. Those of us that are in it are like, girl, we are taking this thing moment by moment. Day by day,
yes.
We love to have a landscape view on things, and definitely you see your kid become the next president, or become the next CEO or multi-billionaire, or the next change maker or citizen of humanity. But at the same time, you're trying to get them through middle school, and you're trying to clean bottles at night, and you're trying to pursue your own dreams and be a wife, or be present in the other areas of your life. So Mom Life Streets for me really is a motivator. It's that, hey girl, you got this. It's to push yourself forward. And I love you, Kristen, for creating it. But I want you to tell the Great Girlfriend community why you created the Mom Life Streets.
Thank you for all of that. Sybil, because everything you said was 150% true. The Mom Life Street really began when I was pregnant. And I just started to walk around the neighborhood and I would just talk about what I was feeling and what I was going through. And when Lily arrived, I took her on those walks. And I would say, I'm in these Mom Life Streets, literally, but figuratively. And figuratively, it really is this place of encouragement and revelation and constant wisdom that I feel like I gained from her, as well as just the day-to-day journey of motherhood. And it's not, while it is in motherhood and from motherhood, it's really life. It's really like life wisdom. And I see God in all of this journey in motherhood so deeply.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it started, the thing of it is like people would come to me on the streets and say, girl, what's going on in these Mom Life Streets? Girl, I'm in these Mom Life Streets. And I'm like, what? I was like, what in the world? But it just let me know it was relatable to other people. Other people related to, like, you know, that, like, because yes, it is from a mother's perspective, but this is life wisdom. This is life wisdom. And so we can all connect on wisdom in life that can help us all grow.
Right. Because, you know, motherhood is so much about your personal development, right? Motherhood for me has become like school. It's like university all over again, where I'm starting to see things that are underdeveloped, or I'm starting to have a mirror into my own flaws and my own strengths as I see my kids do things that I did or I do that I'm trying to undo.
Completely.
You know, I'm like, put those chips down, says the lady with the bag of Lay's in her hand. Like, you know, cut that sugar out as I scoop ice cream. You know, all that stuff, all of that. And you know, but it's like, it's a lens, it's university, it's revelation, it's all those things in one. And the student, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I can't feel that more in my life, as I feel like my teachers are here. Sam and Dylan are full out, like, schooling me every day. And we're exchanging value, but I really think I'm learning more than them. Like, I really full out feel like, I'm like, I gotta be learning more than them. There's no way they're learning this much at their age.
That's everything.
I'm totally learning more than
everything.
Them, right?
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. So when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and the teacher has fully appeared. And I think that's it. I think, you know, today we wanted to talk through some of the survival and the thriving in the Mom Life Street and learning how to embrace, because what happens is, you know, so many women walk into motherhood wanting to be the woman they were. Girlfriend, you did not just birth a 9-pound, 4-ounce baby, what I birthed, to be the Sybil that was the girl the day before who had never birthed a baby. You like
to be the same.
I did not do all that to be called old Sybil. No, new skin. Like, I'm a new woman. And
this is the remix, the reimagined version. Yes.
This is the remix. It's the remix. And for us to be able to stand and fully represent the new skin, the new woman who's got like new hips, because those hips just like completely expanded to make space for that 21-inch kid to like
come through
be pressed. come through
hips.
You know, that pelvic floor is different. So I'm saying that to say there's lessons, right? And there's a graduation, and there's a progression, and there's a growth, and we have to make room for that. And the story begins to evolve, and we got to be okay with the evolution of the story and embrace it, because it's here to teach us new things, right?
Yeah.
So
completely.
My number one, Kristen, for thriving in the Mom Life Streets is to embrace the new story. New story.
That's good.
It's a whole new story. That's what I'm going to say. That's my number one. It's a new story.
I love that.
I didn't say had because they didn't die. I have some of the greatest girlfriends on the planet, right? I love them inside out. You know, I'm here for the 3 a.m. slumber party. We're going to road trip. We're going to go high, low. Whatever we're going to do, you know, we're going to do it because I'm here for it. But at the same time, my greatest girlfriend was born on August 4th, 2011, 8
Talk
pounds,
about
2
it.
ounces. Her name
Talk
is
about
Dylan
it.
Kyle Amuti. And there is no girlfriend like this one. She came and she changed my world. And in my story, I had to learn that friendship comes in all shapes and sizes, right? So this little person introduced to me a lighthearted femininity that I didn't even know I needed. Like, she taught me through the way that she looked at my husband's eyes, how to look at my husband's eyes. She helped me. She helped me re-identify with parts of me that were missing, that I had given away years ago. And so the new story piece of it, embracing the new story, walking into it, being open to the opportunities that it allows you. That's my number one.
That just set my whole soul on fire, because it's 100% true. 100% true. The embracing part, I think, is the critical part, because a new story is being formed and we don't want to fight against it. You know, it's like, I don't want to dig my heels into like what was going on back there. And it's exactly what you said. Like, I didn't do all this to remain the same. My whole life has changed, and I want to allow what has come of it, what's come out of these changes to positively transform me. And it does. If you let it, it will, I mean, it's a game changer. It'll turn your whole world upside down in the best way ever. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
So, okay. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna say,
nope, that's
what your second is, or should I say? Okay. So my first strategy for winning in these mom life streets is exactly what we said at the beginning: to become the student. I often and always say that Lily is the greatest teacher I've ever had. She is the greatest teacher. And I purposely sit myself in the student's chair, because she's always telling me who she is, instead of me having to tell her who she is or who she's supposed to be. She's always telling me. And instead of me having to try to figure out life with her in it, I'm able to kind of step back and experience life with her in it. We experience it together. And so I have just learned the greatest lessons from an unfiltered, what would you say, fettered, uncontaminated individual. I'm always, and because I know that now, I'm always intentional and very aware about where I end and where she begins. And that means I don't want to put my stuff on her. I'm even more self-aware than I've ever been, because I want to know, like, this is Lily and this is my baggage. This is my stuff. Yeah. So don't put that on her. Let her be as unfiltered and uncontaminated as God intended all of us to be. Not just her, but intended me to be too. And so it is a constant process of unlearning and what it looks like to be free and unfiltered and instincts. I was just saying the other day, she fully trusts her instincts. We all came here with them, and somewhere along the line, they get dulled down. Someone says, you should have a reason to be afraid, or you should have a reason not to have courage, or, you know, they give you a reason, and she doesn't have any of that. And so I get to watch her as this student and see what it's like to just naturally trust the instincts that God gave you when he sent you here, you know, to just naturally go after the thing that you want without feeling like, you know, without shrinking. Like, it is it's the best lesson, daily lesson I've ever had in my whole life. So to be the student.
Yes, I love that. I love that. It's so good. It's so good. And like you said, they have these unfiltered ways, you know, they have this unfiltered, untainted ways of approaching the world. Like you said, so their faith walk is just a walk. They're just like, I'm not to... They're like, I'm going off the ledge.
You want to see somebody live by faith, like, watch a child. They only know how to just live and how to just be. They don't even question it. Oh,
right. Right. It's that. And for me, when I see my little people, Sam, I go back over old pictures, Kristen. There's not a sport he hasn't tried, at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So he's never said I can't do it, so I'm done. I'm done with sports. He just keeps trying a different sport, and he'll go do soccer. He'll go do this. He's not afraid to jump off the side of a wall and possibly break his arm. He doesn't even care about the fall. He cares about the jump. So I'm
Ooh, he doesn't even
somewhere
care about the fall. He cares about the jump. That's a listen. We can't breeze past that. That I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. He does not care about the fall. He cares about the jump.
He cares more about the jump. So he's all about the jump. He's out here just like, I'm just here to jump. Like, I understand. He doesn't care about the fall. Somewhere in life, we started caring more about the fall than we have about the jump. And we missed so we don't jump. Because
we don't jump. And it's
jump.
Literally that simple. If somebody made us feel like the fall was, maybe you're not going to recover from the fall. Maybe it's going to hurt too bad. Maybe it's going to leave too much of a mark. And so it's like, well, I'm not going to jump anymore because I don't want to risk what's going to happen in the fall. And to watch a child say like, no, I'm all about the jump. Like, who cares about the fall? I'm all about the jump. Like, it's so empowering. Oh,
it is.
Gosh. Yeah.
Because you'll be like, well, shoot, let me try something new today. Like, my kid is out here eating Play-Doh and gummy bears.
Eating worms, and I can't make this phone call. Come on. Right? Lily, like every day, like you said, your great girlfriend, I'm like, Lily is goals every day. Like, she makes me come out my bag. Like, girl, you better boss up.
Every day.
Boss up out here. Yes.
It's every day.
So good.
And I'm telling you, but that part, that they are so unfiltered, and their alignment, like you said, their alignment with God and their willingness to just trust and go, their ambition is so high. It's so high. And I think you see a fearful child, you see an overly cautious parent telling the kid not to. But when you see my kids jumping off the walls and licking, the floor, it's because I've learned through this process to be imperfect and to trust God just as much as they do. I'm like, if they don't feel like they're going to catch some kind of nasty bacteria licking that floor, then you know what? I'm going to go with God too. That's where I'm going.
Listen, you see them survive enough. When people interject, when they see the same thing, when they see Lily getting ready to jump off the Empire State Building and they're like, you're not going to catch her. I'm like, no, she'll make it. And then she makes it. And I'm like, see, that's how she learned. I've also had to watch her and figure out, like, that's how she learned. She's good.
That's right. And we can't always be the parachute. We cannot do that. Like, we can't always be the umbrella, the parachute, the Band-Aid, the fixer. If I do that, and I told my kids that at one point, I'm going to fail you so many times. I just want you to get comfortable with the idea that I am full of mistakes or mishaps, missteps. That is going to bring you so close to God. And my goal is that you not look to me for everything. My goal is that you look to God for everything, and then you see me as a resource from God, not your whole source.
Good.
So to hand off it's been very hard, but it's been essential because I can't be I can't be the source. Kwaku can't be the source. We've got to be resources. We've got to be resources and let God be the source. So if I jump in front of him every time he falls, he'll never know to cry for God. Don't call mommy's name. Mommy actually can't heal your skin. I can only put a Band-Aid. God can actually heal your skin. I'm going to get ointment. Like, that's what I have. But God is the one who's going to restore your skin. Right. That's the best I can do.
Right.
You don't call my name. I'm trying to, and as we do that, we graduate, right? Because, let's not forget, they came out of our womb. So obviously we want to, we want to insulate them and protect them as best as possible. But then I'm not your guide, and I have to make space for them to know and have their own relationship with the higher power, which for me is God,
That's it. That's it. And we get to be the bridge builders and facilitating that with them, facilitating their own personal relationship with God and their own awareness of who they are and the power that they have and that they hold. You know what I mean? Separate of even us, separate of their parents, that they have personal power that they have been given, whether they're 2 years old or 10 years old.
Yes. Yes. So true. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. It's so true. And I love that. So I think, 1 and 2, yes, we got those down, right? Number 3, I think, Kristen, in these mom life streets and thriving in these mom life streets is to take a look at your life as a mother or your ability as a mother and realize that you are a breeding ground, a birthing ground for dreams, miracles, and breakthrough. Don't look at your life and say, I've had a kid, consequently, I'm unable to. Or my time has been restricted because of. No. Your life has been expanded because of. Because because you have been invited into this fold, and because you have opened your door to this larger dimension and level of responsibility, you have opened up to a bigger village. You have expanded in your reach. You've expanded in your capacity. Hopefully you can see and undo some of the things that bound you because you recognize that there's a supernatural force greater than you working on the inside of you that allows you to birth. So your dreams don't need to die. They actually need to be fertilized. Like, you need to understand that you're a breeding ground and you're a birthing place, and that you're meant to be an opening or a gateway for something new, fresh, and different. You've not been bound. You've actually been set free through birthing, right?
Oh my gosh. That is huge. It's huge because, and I'll just say this, a lot of our societal messages play against that. They speak against that, against mothers and against our ability once we have a child. And I remember going back to work and I put so many management this and so many leading this and building that simply because I had a child. I was like, do you know how gangster I am now? If I thought I was, bad before, like a bad sister before, I am unstoppable now because of all that because of how you're expanded, because you just birthed a whole nother human, because you have to learn how to remanage your home and remanage your time in a whole new stealthy way. You are a fully expanded being of who you are, and everything else, not, that it should be minuscule, but it should be looked at through the lens of birthing a whole nother human being.
That's right. And you think about it, I won't pretend that it's not complex. I will say, because the time management, all those things are complex, but I will say that if you're not getting it where you want it, you're not asking yourself the right questions. You have to ask yourself different questions that will open you up to be able to see the resources that are available to you. Because I looked at my life. I looked at the fact that I was sitting there, nursing a kid from the left boob to the right boob, right? And I was watching Sam grow. And literally, this boy is growing off of the strength of the nutrients that my body is providing for him. I said to myself, girl, what is wrong with you? Wake up. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what you're capable of? Do you understand that if you can take that same mindset that you birth something and then you nurture it, and then you groom it and you prepare it for success, that could be a business, that could be your college career, that could be your finances, it could be your fitness, it could be whatever you attend to. If you see your body, you see your life as a birthing place, you see it as a breeding ground for the success of whatever it is you desire, and you attend to it like a mother with that instinct, and you nurture it and you feed it and you fertilize it. I'm looking at a fully a 5'10" 10-year-old kid who weighs almost 100 pounds. He wears a size 9 shoe. He's in the 6th grade. I'm looking at the sum total of this whole process. And every day I'm reminding myself of what I'm capable of because I've seen evidence as a mom. Not that I've been restricted because he has football, he has school, and I have those responsibilities. I'm like, oh no, my world just expanded. My territory got enlarged right there at the birthing place.
Somebody just got free right there at that birthday place. Somebody just got free. I mean, that is the truth. That is the truth. When you see this fully functional, living, breathing human being, how can you, it begs the question, like, how can you shrink back? How can you not believe in yourself? How can you not see the greatness? The greatness that you have, that we got to be a part of is running around, growing and becoming. And our personal journey is growing and becoming right along with them. And as they continue to grow and continue to flourish, so should we, and so should the dreams and the desires in our hearts.
Absolutely. 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 That's what these Mom Life Streets are about, huh? Because the revelation just comes to you. And you learn so many things every day. And I feel like, I learned so much about love and what I have to offer and what my kids offer me and what the evidence of it looks like. And I don't want to minimize the tough times, because the tough times are tough. And with every stage, there comes a different lesson, like more intense lessons. Middle school is like, I don't know, I feel like I'm on lockdown, like I'm in prison, and I'm like, I got to get outside. Woo! Middle school is like, it's a beast.
Get us ready. Get me ready, Sybil.
It is a full beast. No one, I'm like, where's the book on parenting? And like, where's that book? Where's that book? And where's the novel about it? Where's the best-selling movie? Where is it? Because this whole stage is like, it's its own storyline, but we make it. We make it through. We thrive.
We make it. And it's so crazy because I have asked that question. I'm like, I remember when Billy was just having a moment, and I was like, God, I wish like there was someone there to teach us how to be her parent. And I literally heard the Lord whisper, she is teaching you.
She's teaching you.
That's just, right. It gave me the peace that I needed, and it gave me the shift. And it's like, and I have some of the books and hope to write a few myself, but it's like, even when we have them, our children it's still our storyline. It's still our story to write. It's still their story to write, and how our parenting relationship, our story gets worked out with them.
It's so true. So you've learned so much, and you have so much more to learn, but you turned it into a full-out devotional that you're making available to women, and I'm excited. Talk about it.
So last year, very admittedly, I went through a very severe postpartum depression for at least about 4 months, from June through October. And it was extremely, extremely hard. And it literally felt like one day the lights were on and the very next day the lights were off. And they stayed off for months. And a great friend of ours, I got to name drop, Roseanne. Our Roseanne.
Yes.
Whew, she came in the clutch. She came in the dark. And as an accountability partner, Roseanne said to me, she said, don't waste this. Like you kind of like you need to write your way out of this and write what you're going through and write what you're learning. And granted, I was already doing some of that in the recordings, because when I would go outside and go on our walks, I was recording most of them and I was posting them on social media. And so I had those, but I did need to write my way out of this depression. And so I did start doing that in devotional format. And I said, you know what? It's obvious that somebody else will need this too. They will need the roadmap to get out of the dark themselves. And so that is where that came from. And so, yes, it is a 31-day devotional, and it is really lessons from these mom life streets. It's just straight up. It's just straight up 100. And I just hope it blesses people wherever they are. And again, it's life lessons, but it's lessons on the mom journey.
I love it. Where can we get our lessons on the mom journey?
So the lessons are available on KristenLPope.com, and it's a downloadable, it's digital, so you can have it with you all the time. And it's a 31-day devotional, and it will carry you through your days from a place of transparency, vulnerability, and wisdom.
I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Kristen, thank you so much. Kristen's going to be coming on to spend some more time with us in these mom life streets and share this awesome message of mom life, but also other life lessons, because indeed her great girlfriendship is everything.com. Everyone needs a Kristen L. Pope in their life, and I'm blessed to have one.
Oh,
don't try to come take mine. I'm not sharing. I'm just not. Get your own. I'm just playing. I'm joking. Maybe. I don't know.
Because I know you so well. I'm crying inside. I love you so much, Sybil. I love you so much. Couldn't have imagined the last 13 years without you.
Oh my God. It's been forever.org. We're going to do some more years, girl. We're going to have so much fun. All these kids we have. Oh my goodness.
Woo, all these kids.
It's been amazing. But great girlfriends. Don't forget to log on to Kristen's website, grab your copy of the free download, and also follow her on Instagram and keep up with the Mom Life Streets. And don't forget to write us an amazing iTunes review to show Kristen some love, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
We could not end this podcast without thanking our amazing husbands.
Yes, thank you, Kwaku.
And thank you so much, Rich Daniel.
And our beautiful children, thank you, Sam and Dylan.
And thank you, Miss Sky Daniel.
And thank you to all of you great girlfriends for trusting us as your go-to source for everything life, love, and laughter.
You can check us out on our social, on Instagram,
The Great Girlfriends,
on Twitter,
_Great GFS,
and on Facebook,
The Great Girlfriends.
And please make sure that you join our Facebook group, which is over 16,000 women strong.
Absolutely. And make sure you listen every single Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, Podcast Bean, Podcast Republic, Google Play, and every other podcasting service.
Absolutely.
Be sure to post your questions, share with your friends. Keep listening and keep being a great girlfriend. I'm Sybil.
And I'm Brandon.
And we're signing off.
Peace.
Peace.